Well, well, well. Here we go again. Another claim that challenges everything we think we know about immigration laws. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett made waves by saying that crossing the border illegally isn't a crime. And here's the kicker. She's not entirely wrong. But does that mean the system is working as it should? Let's not twist words. Let's hear exactly what Crockett said and break it down.
It's not a criminal, it's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why they're so frustrated, because they really want our local law enforcement to go out and round up people when they could be looking out for the murderers and the sexual abusers as well as the robbers. They want them to go and round people up on civil accusations.
She's referring to civil violations versus criminal offenses. Many illegal crossings result in civil penalties rather than criminal prosecution. But here's the catch. Repeated unauthorized entry can lead to criminal charges. So is this just a technicality, or does it redefine the way we think about immigration enforcement? As you can imagine, this statement sent shockwaves through political circles. Critics argue that softening language around illegal crossings sets a dangerous precedent. Supporters claim it exposes flaws in the immigration system itself. So, who's right here? Is it a misstep in messaging or a necessary wake-up call about outdated enforcement laws? This debate isn't just about words, it's about policy. Current immigration laws exist in a gray area where enforcement is inconsistent and legal definitions blur. Crockett's statement forces us to ask, should immigration violations be treated as civil infractions across the board? And if not, where do we draw the line? At the end of the day, the question isn't just whether crossing illegally is a crime, it's what the government should do about it. So, what's your take? Is this a reckless redefinition of immigration enforcement, or is Crockett bringing attention to real flaws in the system? Let's debate. Tricked or mistreated, or maybe televised, because what's asylum if not the most rehearsed performance in Congress?
These individuals are human beings. They are here legally. They have applied for asylum. They would like to see their cases adjudicated. They would like a shot at being in our country over the long term. We have a true challenge on our hands. And what these folks, what the Republicans are trying to do is distract from any real solutions and use the border and use migrants as political pawns.
Welcome to Radical Stance Media. Burst onto the scene as the ultimate channel for bold, unapologetic content that demands attention. Legally here, morally defended, but conveniently forgotten once the mic cools off.
You and Florida Congresswoman Maria Elvira Salazar have introduced a bipartisan bill that would deal with the humanitarian crisis, among other things. It's so rare, Congresswoman, to even see people on Capitol Hill talking to each other, much less presenting something as a first step. How significant is that?
Jose, this was a real breakthrough, a true breakthrough. Congresswoman Salazar and I, we are deeply committed to addressing one of the biggest challenges that our country is facing today, and that is the rising number of migrants who are arriving at our nation's front door. Also, acknowledging that migration doesn't start at the border, that it starts beyond our borders, and we have to think more strategically about that, and also reforming outdated processes at the border. So I am very grateful to have her as a partner. We introduced this bipartisan piece of comprehensive immigration legislation for Democrats, for Republicans. We are now taking the time to talk to our colleagues to try to build that support. We know this is not the perfect bill. We know this is not everything that either side wants. This represents a compromise in the current political environment and a true sign that we want to solve this great challenge.
8 politicians walk into a bill, 4 Democrats, 4 Republicans. It's not a punchline, just wish it was legislation. We know it's not perfect. A true sign we want to solve this.
to a bipartisan process, why not immigration?
Why not immigration? Because sound bites don't adjudicate cases, and optimism doesn't rewrite policy. But hey, at least it looks bipartisan on paper. From bipartisan hope to bureaucratic horror, welcome to the next chapter in America's immigration theater. No food, no water, no inhaler, no prayer, but plenty of ice. Jayapal calls it a supercharged assault on dignity. We call it a system that runs on cruelty and paperwork.
Joining us now is the ranking member of the House Subcommittee on Immigration, Democratic Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal of Washington. Congresswoman, thanks for being here. Denied access to water, her primary inhaler, legal resources. What's your reaction to what Ozturk is saying happened to her?
Well, Anna, thank you for covering this. This is such an important issue, and this is a supercharging of the lack of any condition standards, dignity, due process for immigrants that are picked up. Now, in this case, under the Trump administration, all of that detaining and arresting and deporting, sending masked men to pick up people on the streets, undermining due process, as was the case with Ramesa Ozturk and freedom of speech. What we are seeing is the situation getting even worse and people being swept up of all legal statuses. This is not about what Trump said, the worst of the worst, the criminals who are threatening our public safety. This is about people who have committed no crime.
But apparently they can still kidnap them. ICE can't deport citizens. That's law. Until Congresswoman Jayapal decided to write it in bold.
You mentioned U.S. citizens even being detained. We are learning of one of those, an Army veteran who says he was detained during an ICE roundup in California last week. He says he was violently arrested, held for 3 days. Listen to what he told my colleague, Chris Hayes.
I also let them know that I was a veteran and I wasn't doing anything wrong, that I'm just trying to get to work. I'm not trying to protest them. I'm not trying to fight them. I'm just a man trying to get to...
When even veterans get swept up, what's left of the system? Jayapal's bill is a mirror, reflecting what ICE won't admit. From rogue agencies to rainy resistance, Congresswoman Ramirez steps in, soaked in symbolism and ready to speak.
Today's not a sunny day. It's actually a cloudy day, and it's about to rain. And I think it's symbolic. My name is Delia Ramirez, and I represent Illinois' 3rd Congressional District, a district that is proudly diverse in every way, and the home to many immigrant families, whether they are from Venezuela, from Ukraine, from Central America, from Poland, from Mexico, Asian America, and Africa. And I'm also the proud daughter of Maria Elvira Ramirez and Luis Ramirez, 2 Guatemalan immigrants who sacrificed everything to give me the opportunity they never had. And today, their daughter is the first Latina in the entire Midwest serving in Congress.
She's the first Latina in the Midwest to serve in Congress, but don't mistake symbolism for silence. Ramirez brings receipts.
Here today in solidarity with all cities and states that understand that immigrants make our communities stronger, that immigrants every single day contribute to the economy of this country.
This isn't just a cloudy day, it's the forecast for resistance. And Ramirez, she's not waiting for sunshine.
I don't want to die, oh, please. I don't want to die, oh, please. Oh, don't make me burn now. Oh, please, let go of me. Please, don't kill me. Oh, don't kill me, please.